Hey guys, welcome back. It is time for another wrestling review. Once again, only one review this week. With me once again, we have Campo.Reviews, the man who reviews movies, TV shows, wrestling, everything in between. Make sure you go and give him a follow. His stuff will be in the description box down below. And while you're there, it's my birthday on Wednesday. So I don't want money. I don't want gifts. A birthday present for me. Just give this channel a subscribe. Let's grow this channel. Let's get to 500 subs. We're close. We're not that far away. So I think we can do it. Just give me those subs for a birthday present and I'll be happy. I don't want anything else. So today we are reviewing NXT Heatwave. NXT Heatwave was a show that happened same weekend as Money in the Bank. Campo and I have lives we got to attend to, so we don't do this every day. So it's coming a week later. So let's get right into the card. Pre-show match. Carmen Petrovic and Ariana Grace facing off against JC Jane and Jasmine Nix. It was a match. It was bad.
Yeah, it just wasn't good. I don't care about any of these characters. I think JC Jane is being wasted. She's a really good heel and she should be doing something.
Yeah.
It's odd to me that like even in NXT, you had her with the whole thing with Mandy Rose
Yeah.
and the Gigi Dolan and it was so good. Then you did the split between them, and as much as we didn't even want that, it ended up being really good. Then you
Yeah.
did the dumb thing where you took her and you put her in the Chase U with Thea Hill, and that was really good. And
Yeah.
it's like now she just exists.
She's just there.
In the last
She
couple of months, she just exists, and it's
she's fodder for, it
frustrating.
seems like she's fodder with Jasmine Nix now.
Yeah, I think she's fallen out of favor with NXT, and she's probably going to end up just getting cut. Like the next wave of cuts, Gigi
Yeah.
Dolan's probably getting cut too.
Well, Gigi Dolan's always hurt.
Yeah, that's true. And it's like I know she's good, but like I can see them just being like, nah, we're
Cut their
good.
losses, especially like we'll talk about this at the end of the show, especially with some of the names that they're coming in and what's
Yeah.
happening
But
with TNA.
you could easily sign them if you're Japan or Mexico as a tag
Yeah.
team. Like
Yeah.
they're already built a built-in tag team for a women's
Yeah.
division.
So with that, we're gonna move on to our main
Well, I'm not
show.
done.
We're not done? Okay.
I'm not done.
All right.
Talk to me about Santino Morella's daughter.
Santino Marella, Ariana Grace. She kind of uses his gimmick when he used to do the Santina. That whole beauty queen gimmick is the Santina gimmick. We love Santino. I would love to see Santino come in and interfere something or have something to do with Ariana Grace because they now have that working relationship with TNA, which we'll talk about it, like I said, at the end of the show. So stay tuned to the end of the show. We got some big things coming because we'll talk about what happens on NXT the next night.
Yeah, I think
Because
I
they're
think
already doing
she
the split of Petrovich and Grace.
they should have a thing where a women's tag team or whatever, something's going
They
on
did.
in TNA, and then she comes out and interferes with the match, and then he comes out and he's
You
like,
son of a gun.
yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah, have them challenge, like even if it's to lose to them, have them challenge Edwards and Slamovich.
The the issue with this match generally is that it just wasn't a good match.
No,
It was poop on a stick, one
poop
would
on a
say.
stick. Poop on a stick.
Raspberry beret.
Song coming soon. Um, So with that, we'll move on to our main show now. We got Obafemi defending the North American Championship against Wesley. It's the same stipulation as Seth Rollins and Damian Priest. If Wesley were to lose this match, he can no longer challenge for the North American Championship as long as Femi is champion.
And I don't understand.
What that stipulation? I think it's a dumb
Yeah,
stip.
that's dumb. But I don't understand the hype around Yobagoya. I honestly don't get it, and we'll dig deeper into this, not like the first time when we filmed this.
Right?
But I honest to God think this character is horse shit.
Yeah.
It's a really bad character. He's not a good mic worker. I his in-ring is fine, but
Yeah.
he's not to the level of like, and we're going to talk about this in the next match too. I don't
Yeah.
understand the push, the insane push for him.
Yeah.
And WWE does this a lot. They take a guy and they give them this crazy push, and then either they disappear forever or
Mm-hmm.
they just never go away, even though
Kind of
you
like what
want them
happened
to.
with the other guy from the Diamond Mine. They released him, Damon Kemp. They moved the Diamond Mine, Ivy Nile, and the Creed brothers to the main roster. They're doing okay. They still have, they don't have a good spot, but they're slowly coming up there. At least they're doing something. But Damon Kemp got left. Like we reviewed it almost a year ago when Damon Kemp had the ambulance match against Julius
Yeah.
Creed, and now they released him. And like we said, what wasn't recorded was that he is Gable Stevenson's actual brother, legit brother, and now both of them are released.
Is that why Gable Stevens,
I don't know.
was that why he was even on the roster?
No, Vince was super high. He thought Stevenson was supposed to be the next Kurt Angle, Mark Henry. They
But then
thought
you had Chad Gable,
who's a better,
Kurt Angle.
yes.
But yeah, I mean, Wesley is really good.
And this
I,
was
I
Yoba's best match.
yeah, no, I don't know. It was okay. I don't know. It's hard. This match wasn't bad. I just, once again, it's like if you're not invested in the storyline that they're telling to go to this match, just watching
Yeah,
this match is not exciting. You're just
no,
like, okay. It's not like watching like Mexico or Japan where it's just like, oh, we're gonna put on a
yeah,
fantastic match. This match requires you to be fully invested in the
vested in it
storyline,
and the
whether it's
storyline.
good or not.
And it's that David Goliath storyline, right?
I mean, and I think Wesley loses,
Hmm.
Yobagoya wins, but I think that's because there's a plan to move him up a division.
Yeah, or kind of there's other plans because we'll talk about that once again happens on NXT on Tuesday night, which we'll talk about
Okay,
later
well,
in the
he'll
show
talk
as
to you
well.
guys about it.
Just so stay tuned to the end. So with that, we'll move on to our second match. It's once this time it's for the NXT Women's North American Championship. Kalani Jordan defending against Sol Ruka.
Another person that I don't get, I
The
wouldn't say
push.
hype because she doesn't really have hype.
No, the
Someone that
push.
WWE is giving the push to because they're both. This match is surprisingly good. Number one,
Hmm.
I'll say that.
And Sol Ruka is like super athletic.
They're
She's
both really athletic and they both do some really good spots in this match. But Saul Ruka's very smooth and seems to understand the flow of wrestling as if it was
that's the
like
gymnastics
the
background too,
dance.
right?
Yeah, it's like there's a flow where Kailani can, yeah, she can do little flippy dippies, but every time she's gets into a position to do a move, there's like a stall or a slowdown or a waiting, and it's like it feels sloppy.
Yeah, in a way. It felt like it's like your typical WWE women's match where it's like spot, stop, think about what I gotta do, spot, stop, think about what I gotta. It's very by the numbers, but it's not, it's better than Shotzi at least.
Yeah, I mean anything's better than Shotzi, isn't it?
But Kalani Jordan retains. Big news coming out of NXT. Once again, stay tuned to the end of the show, and I'll tell you who I think will be facing Kalani Jordan next. So with that, we'll move on to our next match. It is for the NXT Tag Team Championship. We have Nathan Frazier and Axiom uh defending against Andre Chase, and Duke Hudson.
Andre Chase is just really good.
Yeah, he's
Like you
being
can
wasted in this gimmick.
you can put him in any. I mean, I don't even think the gimmick's bad. It's you can just get him to do anything and he could do it. But the problem is he's now like a Baron Corbin-esque type character or wrestler where he's just used
As
to
comedy
as comedy or
or
to
fodder.
yeah, like, oh, we need someone good enough to make this match look good. Okay.
Yeah. It's like, oh, we don't have any challengers right now, so let's throw out Chase University
It's
because
been Chad Gable's role for years until recently,
yeah,
where he's just like, okay, we need to make sure this match is good. Just throw him in the match.
yeah. And the day this episode airs on the Monday on Raw, we're getting Sami Zayn versus Ilya Dragunov for the Intercontinental Championship.
That will be nice.
That will be a very good match. Um, but this was a match that was way better than it had any right to be, for one. This match was really, really good. Like in terms of tag team matches,
Yeah.
but like again, we knew it was Chase University, so I didn't think they were going to do the switch. So I knew like it was telegraphed the finish, right? So in the end, Nathan Frazier and Axiom do win, but they do like that double sign of respect.
I do like them.
Yeah,
And the match overall was pretty decent. Like
yeah.
so far, we've had three very like entertainment value matches.
The only thing that can get these guys over with me a little bit more, they already wear matching colors, like their equipment and their tights. They have matching tights and stuff like
Mhm.
that. Come up with a cool name, and I'll consider you a legit tag team.
Naxium.
Naxium, Nexus. No, they already did the Nexus
Yeah,
with Juan Cena. Um, but in the end, like we said, Fraser and Axiom retain. Fraxium.
I'll take it.
See. So with that, we'll go into our women's NXT championship match. Roxanne Perez defending against Lola Vice. I like this match.
I didn't. I don't think it was bad. I personally just didn't like it. I don't think Lola Vice is good enough. And it sounds so weird for me to say that because usually it would be me giving crap to the other person. I
On
think
Perez,
she
yeah.
has a raw fighting ability. Like
Vice.
she knows how to fight because she was a fighter.
Hmm.
So like she makes things seem realistic, but it's like the amount of pause between both of them, because I've already, this is my biggest complaint about Roxanne and Perez. It's like just there's always this
That's stop and go.
like I'm gonna do a swing,
Yeah.
or they swing hard and then they stop and then it's like a weak follow through. Or they
Like early Liv Morgan was.
Yeah, there was a kick in this match that was
Yeah.
nowhere near the other person and they
And
still
they sold
ducked.
it. Yeah.
Like they still ducked, like it was like way too far away,
Yeah.
like not even close.
Yeah.
They did a table spot, the table didn't break.
Yeah. It was,
I don't
but
know. I'm not a Lola
yeah.
Vice fan. I'm gonna be honest. I
Okay,
don't
that's
give a
fair.
shit. I think WWE just wants her because she's good looking.
Okay.
This match, like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like it was terrible. It's like a 3 out of 5, a three
Yeah.
star match. It's entertaining. It's fine. It's Booker T makes it hard to watch.
I
He's
watched it on mute.
screaming. He's
I watched it
literally
on.
screaming for the entirety of the match.
But with this character, Roxanne Perez, I have a feeling that she's going to become so arrogant that when Julia does come in next month, Julia will just destroy her.
And I think that both divisions are gonna end up with new champions, and they're both gonna be the two new people.
Yeah. We'll talk about that at the end. So in the end, Roxanne Perez, like I said, I think it's going to be Julia, and Julia's going to have this kick-ass run with it.
And it's fine. I'm good with that because I don't know. It's funny today. Okay, so we'll just talk about this for a second since
Mhm.
we got time. We got a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Um, so a wrestler to be named shortly made her debut, I guess, or
In
like
Mexico.
she was
Well,
seen.
let's just spoil it right now. Stephanie Vacour was released from her contract from CMLL due to her request, and she signed with WWE, vacated all her belts, and just literally went to WWE the next day.
Yeah, and she showed up somewhere today. They have footage of her walking in
Yes,
somewhere.
the Super Show in Mexico.
Oh, the
It's a
WWE
house
show.
show, but yeah.
Yeah, and if you can go on their Instagram and
Hmm.
scroll through the comments, and so many people are like, "Who is this? Why am I excited? Like, who is this person?"
Because she's probably the best
I
female
literally
wrestler in
wrote,
the
I
world.
commented on it. I said, "This is the best wrestler of the first half of 2024. Amazing grab for WWE."
Yeah.
Like, it's
They have the two best women in the world right now in
you can see
NXT.
though there's a lot of people in there as well that are like between her and Julia, they're far too good to be on a development roster. They're already legitimate superstars in women's wrestling in the rest of the world.
The reason being is what they're saying is they don't have the experience in the North American style just yet. Kind of like what they did with Io Sky.
Yeah, but the problem that I have with Io Sky is that until the Triple H era began, you dumbed her down the whole
Yeah.
time. You did the same thing to Asuka.
And on the main roster.
Yeah.
In NXT, they
Yeah,
were
but that's
unstoppable.
because NXT in the beginning was like an indie promotion,
Yeah.
right? Where they will just go out there and do your thing. I don't know. I'm not very excited to see them here. I think in the realm of WWE wrestling now, you have two elite talents, and but meanwhile you have Rhea Ripley and stuff, like not that you have a shit roster, but you're
Yeah.
about to go on a full push right now. Kailani Jordan, Roxanne Perez, Liv Morgan, Jade Cargill. That's going to be your next wave of push. Like I don't want to watch any of those people do anything.
No. No. And like I said, that's why they're going to give these two women strong title runs. Vacour is going to obliterate Kalani Jordan, and Julia's going to obliterate Roxanne Perez. Move them to the main roster if you want. I don't care. Move Roxanne Perez to the main roster. Have her float around the mid card, which is fine. Because there is talks about a women's mid card belt on the main roster
Yeah,
now.
two mid
Yeah.
card belts, one on each show.
Yeah. So
Which the rumor that I heard originally was
Hmm.
that one of those belts is being created for Jade Cargill and the other one is being created for Stephanie Vacour.
Oh, so right to the main roster.
I don't know. Like, we don't know if that's true, but that's like, that was a rumor that I was reading about.
Hmm, that'll be interesting. But yeah, and I think Vacour is going to beat Jordan, and Julia's, and I think they're going to have solid runs. It'll rebuild the women's division in NXT, and then in a year after Mania next year, they'll be on the main roster.
Someone's gonna go on a crazy run. Who did we talk about that we thought would beat Bailey?
I don't know now.
I don't remember
Oh,
either.
Tiffy
Yeah, Tiffany Stratton. So I think she's gonna beat Bailey and
at
take
Summers.
that belt,
Yeah,
and then Bailey's gonna be the inaugural champion of one of those to like pad her stats.
you
Like
know
she'll
what I
be
think is going to happen? What I think, and I hope it doesn't, but I think Nia Jax is beating Bailey, and then Tiffy's going to beat and
Oh
cash
yeah,
in.
okay, that makes sense as like a heel thing.
Yeah, no, that would be a face thing.
Yeah, heel face. Nia Jax is the heel.
Yeah. It'll put this way. You don't do the because Tiffany is so hot right now. The crowd loves her, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to turn her heel just yet. And if you have her cash in on Bailey, that's a heel move. That's why I think Jax is going to win and the crowd will pop huge. So this way, Nia Jax is not the champion.
Yeah, okay.
So, but that's just fantasy booking. So with that, let's move on to the main event. We have Trick Williams defending the NXT Championship against Sean Spears, Ethan Page, and Javon Evans.
Okay, I'm gonna
So you
say
know what I
this.
think
Nobody get
before you
mad.
do? You know what
Okay,
I
go.
you know what I see? You know that meme where it's like the three military guys are breaking down a door and there's a clown in the middle?
Yeah.
Javon Evans is that clown, and
Okay,
you have
this is how I see it.
I'll put a
Javon
picture of that
Evans
meme up there.
is fucking trash.
Yeah.
I hope like I don't I've never really like I know sometimes we beat up on people, but like in the realm of this match,
He
why
did
was
not
this guy
belong.
here? This is like a guy who shouldn't even be as he's not even good enough for, in my opinion, to be on NXT, and he's wrestling for the championship.
He was mid card on Level Up a month ago. Not even the top of the card, mid card on Level Up.
That it doesn't make any sense to me.
No,
I was
and
watching
you
this match and I was like, what's the odd thing out
and you
here?
have two. I wouldn't say bona fide superstars, but you have two really good talents in the ring in Sean Spears and Ethan Page.
You have two guys that have at their experience level can fit in any situation, a championship match, a tag team match. They're
Hmm.
good enough to do anything at the highest level. They may not be Kenny Omegas, but they're good enough to be in a
To
match
be,
with Cody Rhodes or a match with Dustin Rhodes.
yeah. And say what you will about Trick Williams, he is over with the crowd.
Yeah, and if that's your up and coming guy, so look at what we have. You're champion up and coming guy.
Hmm.
Two solid veterans that can put on a good match in any situation, like a Chad Gable, like we just
Hmm.
talked about. Okay, and then some random dude.
Yeah.
I
It's
was
like that.
like,
Who is that guy that beat Johnny Gargano for the North American
you're asking me
Leon's?
questions.
Yeah. I can't remember.
Leon Sphinx.
Leon Spinks? No. I'll Timmy's on it, but yeah, it was really good. Like the match was good, like
The
you
match
said.
was overall solid, but a trick
Yeah.
is trick. You know what I realized? I know like we've seen a lot of matches now, and I rag on him all the time. I
Leon Ruff.
realized Leon Ruff. I realized what his issue is
Mm,
that I don't like. It's he wrestles like the lower tier women's wrestlers, where they do that slow motion thing,
mm.
like they a half swing, or like you swing really high to make sure you don't accidentally hit them, or you're kicking at nothing. He's doing like Hurricane Rana's he didn't even lock on. Like
No.
it's just stuff like that, and that was really weird to me. And then they're playing the whole point of his storyline was he was like Carmelo's bitch, and he
Yeah.
got out of it. But
And
now that other
here's a
guy
little
is like
here's a little fun fact for you. Who did Carmelo Hayes beat to win his first North American championship?
Ethan Page.
Nope. He
Sean.
is now the current AEW world champion.
Oh wow, really? Swerve?
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Um, actually, no, it's not. Carmelo's really good.
Yeah.
Um, but like, so they told that storyline where he was like the bitch and
Hmm.
he like got out of it and like fought back and but
Yeah.
and now they're starting to build that same storyline where he's the Carmelo and that other guy's like his bitch that was in this match. What's his name again? Javon Evans?
Yeah. Levon Evans.
Like, what the fuck? how are you telling the same storyline again?
Leroy Jenkins.
I don't know. I'm just
Yeah.
for how like actually decent this match was. It's
It would have been so much better if Evans was not in the match
but they needed him in the match.
as
But he didn't
fodder.
even take the pinfall, did
No.
he?
Yes, he did. So the finish came when Sean Spears was thrown out of the ring, and Trick Williams does the trick knee on Levon, and then he turns around and does it to Ethan Page. Ethan Page is knocked out, but falls on top of Levon Evans while Sean Spears is pulling Trick Williams out of the ring, and an unconscious Ethan Page pins Levon.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what happened. I thought the other spot was better. I don't remember exactly what happened, but Sean Spears went for the pin, and
Mm-hmm.
then Ethan Page hits him and throws him out of the ring, and then does the pin. And I was like, oh, this is the perfect time to
Yeah,
do it. And then it wasn't that.
but I mean, we do have a new NXT champion. Ethan Page is your new champion.
And I like it because I like
Mm-hmm.
Ethan Page, and I think he's good. The problem is you already know this is WWE, so where's this storyline going? A really short title reign to pass it off to somebody else. That's what
No,
I
I
see.
think he'll have a good run.
You think so?
I think he's going to do a lot of heel tactics to retain. He's creative that way, I think.
Okay. Well, that's okay. I like him as a heel. He's a good heel.
Yeah, all ego. And he's a good local boy, too.
Yeah, nice guy. Sean
Nice guy.
Spears too.
Sean Spears. One's from Hamilton, the other one's from St. Catharines.
Is Sean Spears' name Sean Spears in WWE? I never even paid attention to that.
Yes, he is Sean Spears now. When he had his first run, he was Ty Dillinger.
Oh, that's right. That's correct.
Had a really good match against Bobby Roode
I was
for the
just gonna
champ.
say that.
Yeah.
Someone was
But
just telling me about that.
show goes off the air. We get our end credits. Screen goes black. Nobody said his name,
But
but
he
he appears.
appears?
They just do this little quick flash of Joe Henry turning around, and that's it. So Joe Henry, here's going up. Let's before we go into the NXT episode and talk about it real quick, what would you score the show?
What would you score this show?
I gave this a 7-3. I had fun with it.
I think on just if I'm basing it on raw entertainment value and the fact that it was 5 matches and it was over so fast, I'll give it a 7.5.
Yeah, I thought this show was actually better than the Money in the Bank
It was a
show.
lot better than Money in the Bank. It was better
Surprisingly.
paced. The matches were more entertaining. Like I said, there's the nitpicks I have.
Yeah,
It's opposite here, where we watched Money in the Bank and it wasn't that good. So I
yeah,
tried to find the good parts in it. This show was a lot better, and I had to find the negatives in it to bring it down because it's
yeah,
like it wasn't that good, but like just on raw entertainment value, absolutely.
yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. So we'll talk about this. Ethan Page is tagging with Sean Spears now against Trick Williams, and Trick Williams' mystery partner turns out to be Joe Hendry. Because I really like this. I think Joe Hendry might be poised for a title run.
I
They're
expected a much bigger pop though when Joe Hendry came out, and it wasn't like that big.
because now they're expecting it, right?
Also, I still think most people just have no idea who he is.
Nah, it's true. He would have gotten a bigger pop here in Toronto.
He got a bigger pop on TNA.
Yeah. But so WWE is super high on Joe Hendry. They're talking about signing him when his contract's done.
Listen, whatever is whatever.
Yeah.
I think this deal works out really well. And this is what I was talking about. The deal that they now have between AEW and all those companies as like a way to block out what WWE
And New
is
Japan and
doing.
CMLL are pissed.
No. New Japan specifically is absolutely furious, like to the point where they almost wanted to stop working with CMLL because they allowed this to happen.
Yeah.
Like and like I don't think people realize how serious the Japanese are about wrestling. Like it's full on like real life gang stuff. Like
Yeah.
don't mess
Don't
with
mess
their
with them.
wrestling.
Yeah.
And like they're pissed. So that is I understand it, but like they've built this little like
Well, look
group
at all
of
the talent they just lost in the last year.
right. So, but I understand why they're doing this now as like a protection thing. And that's fine. But like the problem I see with the deal that you have with TNA is for now they're benefiting. Their ratings have been a lot higher. They're like double the ratings that they're getting now for TNA, which is
Yeah.
still not a lot. It's like 100K an episode. But the problem that I see happening is you're exposing all of your good talent to WWE, and what's going to happen is they're going to wait for the contract to expire. Then they're going
And
to
poach
take all
them.
your wrestlers, and then you're not going to have them anymore to be a crutch for your ratings. You're just going to be alone again with nobody, and we're going to
Yeah.
be in 2019 TNA where it was complete trash
Dead.
until
Yeah.
AEW saved them.
Yeah. But speaking of TNA, I called it. We are getting so Gallus, Wesley teases a retirement in the ring. Gallus makes fun of him, blah, blah, blah. So who would come out and protect Wesley but the Rascals?
Yeah.
So we've got a full-on Rascals reunion.
Yeah, and there's also a fourth rascal.
Yes, but he's not part of that original crew.
I don't know if he's even in TNA
No,
anymore.
he's not. He's just like a
Like a off,
freelance.
yeah,
Yeah.
freelancing. Because like I'm
But
pretty sure Killer Kelly is done with TNA.
yeah, she's completely done.
Because I
She's
she's
all
she's been
indies.
on like Pro Wrestling Revolver and stuff like that a lot, and
Yeah.
not,
And she's doing a lot of shows with her new boyfriend,
yeah, which is the guy from
TNA. Oh, the Rascals. Yeah.
the Rascals,
Yeah. So,
Leon
and
Ruffin.
her husband is not too happy about that,
I mean,
but whatever. Um, we do not like to talk about rumors and relationships like that, but we do get a Rascals reunion. They do allude to the fact that what's his name? Zachary Wentz used to be in WWE as Nash Carter. And the crowd even gave a welcome back chant because they are former NXT tag champions.
oh, that's true. Was
Two-time.
Trey Miguel?
Trey Miguel was never in WWE, but he was by himself for a while in TNA when the other two guys went to
So where were they all together as?
TNA.
Oh, okay.
They were the Rascals in TNA, and
Yeah,
then uh, Zach Wentz and
Wesley.
Wesley left to WWE, became MSK, and then the fake allegations came out against Carter about his. She flat out lied about the abuse
Yeah,
charges,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
and she's like blacklisted from wrestling right now.
Who was
Be-
it?
Kimberly,
Oh, that's right. That's
and
right.
sure, she was trying, like, she apologized about it, saying, I wasn't in the right frame of mind. I was drinking, I was, abusing substances and stuff like that. But you know, she could have ruined the guy's career
Yeah.
with fake allegations because those things stick.
Well, he was also dating Gigi Dolan. I don't know if
He
they're
still
still
is.
together.
They're still
Okay.
together now. But yeah, so, but I mean, we get a Rascals reunion. I'm happy about
Yeah,
that. I don't
that's
mind
cute.
a, yeah. So, and like I said, the crowd was even hot about it too. They enjoyed it. So, but that's it for tonight. With that out of the way, guys, thanks again for joining us. Like I said, if you want to give me a birthday present, hit that subscribe button because half of you guys that watch are not subscribed. So please hit that button, give us a subscribe. Let's grow this channel. We'll get more wrestling reviews out there for you. And now, in the words of Kenny Omega, I bid you adieu, goodbye, and good night.